The biggest mistake in a romantic relationship is that you think it's their job to make you feel good. No, it just doesn't work like that. It's no one's job to make you feel good. Well, actually, it is. It's your job. And when you rely on someone from the outside to make you feel good, man, it's not going to be good. And you might tell yourself, wait, but I'm in a romantic relationship because I want to feel good. All good. So realize what you just now said. You want to feel good. And if you're with someone, yeah, for sure, you could get to places that you might not get when you're alone, 100%. But it's no one's job from the outside to make you feel good. That's 100% your job. Okay, many times in relationships, and wow, I hear this so much. It's like, she didn't do this or he didn't do this and they should have done that. So number one, like we said, no one is here to do whatever it is exactly you expect from them. It's not a robot that you told them, hey, do 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's going to work, and that's how I feel good. It doesn't work that way. Your partner has their own stored emotions and beliefs that they bring from the past. Many of them they're not even aware of. So now the expectation of you is like, okay, you should be something specific I want based on my beliefs and emotions. No, it doesn't work, okay? So when you meet your partner, or whether you're already in a long-time relationship, beautiful. With that said, well, not always beautiful, because many times people are in long-term relationships and they're kind of two partners together, and that's not that beautiful, but that could be in a different video. So what I want you to understand is that when you're in a relationship, don't tie your happiness to someone else. Like I said at the beginning, yes, for sure we could do things together, and based on our own unique beauty, each one brings their own unique gift to the table, and together we create something, okay? As we said already a few times, you don't find a relationship, you create it, and you create it through life. So through life, whether you're married or not, but I'll say you could get married a few times, and it doesn't mean that you get married with the same person or create that relationship or renew it a few times. It doesn't mean that it's with the same person, even though personally I believe that's the best way to go. But many times, sometimes you need to end a relationship, but you'll still renew your relationship a few times or get married a few times, even if you stay in the same marriage, in the same relationship. Why? Because let's say you're together for a year, for a month, for 10 years, 20 years. Through life, you change, okay? When you change through life, and the person with you changes, so you decide again, okay, let's take whatever it is that we created until now and recreate our relationship, recreate our marriage. Now, if each one grows in a different direction, and you go aside and aside and aside, that's kind of challenging, because then you have nothing in common. So each one grows their unique beauty that is in them, and together you also grow something that is in common. So it looks like this, okay? In the middle, it's two of you together growing something that you have in common. And then even when each one, creates and basically develops their own unique beauty, so you have that something in common, that also through the time that things change, you still stay together, and you even become much, much stronger, because the roots in the ground are much stronger. Now, going back to that big mistake, like I said, number one, you can't tie your happiness to someone else only if they do something. So basically, you're tying your life based on someone else. That means, what does that mean? Tying yourself in jail. You don't want to do that. Now I'm remembering a story that I spoke to a friend, and they were going out for many years. And then he told me, listen, I can't, only when I'll get married and I'll find a relationship. Well, I won't say find, create, but that's a different story. Only whenever it is that I'll be in a relationship, then I'll be happy. And I told him, okay, so you're saying until you find, your partner, your wife, your life should be miserable? He said, yeah, because I'm single and my life is miserable. So I told him, you realize that's your decision. That's not life. That's your decision. And I'm single for many years, so I could tell you that you could find joy and happiness also if you're not married, even though I do believe in marriage, family, relationship, all that. If you always wait for someone else to bring joy, I told him from the outside. Also, when you get married, I told him you'll stay miserable, because you're saying, when I'll get married, then I'll be fine. Well, I'll tell you a secret. He did get married, and he's still miserable. Why? Because he's always waiting for something else from the outside or someone else to make him happy. So now his wife, she doesn't, he's expecting to have a certain relationship that should many times go his way, and she wants it a different way. And like we said, each one comes with their own unique beauty, with their own stored emotions and beliefs. And you can't expect everything to work. You could expect that both of you will do work, and together you'll create, this unique and beauty relationship. That's for sure. That's amazing. Later on when we spoke, I asked him, okay, well, you see, now you're married. You're still complaining why things are bad and all that. He said, listen, human beings are here to complain. I told him, okay, first, do whatever it is you want. I'm not coming to change you. Really, I believe you do you, I do me, as long as I respect each other. With that said, are you happy in life? Are you fine with whatever it is that's happening to you? And he said, no. And he asked me, are you? I said, no, I'm not always. Yeah, but I'll guess most of life, even when it's hard and it's tough, I'll say I have much more happier moments that I'm in a place of acceptance and surrender, that I'm doing whatever it is I can do, and that I'm letting go. And what I told him was that even though I want to get to certain places in life, it doesn't mean I have no wants. I'm not in a place that thinks that whatever it is I want to happen has to happen. I work with reality, I told him. And with that said, it doesn't mean that if I have something that is causing me pain, I say, yeah, it's all fine, it's all good. No, I believe that in order to heal, you need to feel 100%. And after you feel that feeling, so I'll observe and I'll look from the outside and I'll ask myself, okay, what can I learn from here? And the same thing with the relationships. How can you invest in yourself? Okay, and this might sound selfish, like investing in myself. We're talking about relationships. Yeah, how can you invest in yourself and charge your inner battery? Okay, now when you invest in yourself, you'll be much more present, much more beautiful in your relationship because you're coming with much more energy. So there's a big difference. You're not investing in yourself because you're focused only on you and you don't care about the world. We're here to serve a purpose that is greater than yourself, and your relationship can hope for that 100%. And like I said, you could get to beautiful places with your relationship. And if you only depend on your relationship for your happiness and feeling good, you'll crash. Okay, so I know also people that they told me, listen, our relationship caused so much for us, and like that's all of our life now. That's beautiful. And with that said, I also know someone else that told me the same thing, and his wife passed away. Since then, he for years, already a few years, he's really having a hard time with continuing on with life because all of his life was his relationship. So I'm not saying now you're going to, prepare yourself for all of life and what's going to come. But yeah, what you could do is invest in yourself, and you could communicate with your partner and say, hey, this is good for me. This is good for you. What can we do that is good for both of us? Beautiful. I'm all for that. Understand, a relationship could get you to places that you have never been. Some people say that a relationship that communicates is the best personal growth school that can ever be there, better than any course that you could take, okay? And you live there, you're in the relationship. Now, 100%, that's good. And going back to the beginning, don't tie yourself if you're in a relationship. So don't tie yourself all to the relationship. Spend also time with yourself so you could get stronger and provide more of your beauty into the relationship. So we're here to invest in ourselves, not because we're the only ones in the picture. We're here to invest in ourselves so we can serve a purpose that is greater than ourselves. And remember, you can only connect to the person that is across you to the level that you are connected to yourself. For many years that I was going out, I was trying to connect to my girlfriends, and they're amazing human beings, but I wasn't able to connect. And they told me that they're feeling good and they feel that they get a place of comfort and security. And I'm like, why am I not being able to connect to them? And what I realized after a few years, that with the costume of self-improvement, I was basically only criticizing myself, telling myself that it's for me to get better, but I wasn't able to connect to myself. Only when I was able to connect to myself, then I was also able to connect more to the person that was sitting across. So again, if we'll sum it up, you might be the beginning of a relationship, you might be in a relationship for years. Don't tie your happiness only on the relationship, okay? Fulfillment can come and should come first from within. The second you invest in yourself, then you have more energy to invest together in your relationship. Do the best you can in your relationship. And yes, take all of the beauty that is in there in a relationship and bring it and, create something together. Not each person grows apart. You could have a good cup of tea, cup of coffee in the morning, have some quality time together. Beautiful. See, I'm having now my tea. With that said, if they're not available this morning, so go do something else. Remember, don't tie yourself in any way to anyone. Yes, surround yourself with amazing human beings that you could learn from them. Because again, don't think you could do everything by yourself. But joy and happiness comes from within. And if you tie yourself, like I said 10 times in this video, on other people, so when they won't be there, what? Your life is over? I don't think so. Remember, a relationship is something you create. It's not something you find, and you recreate it through life. Okay, could be with the same person again and again and again. You don't want to stay in the same place. Once a friend told me and my wife, okay, we go and date, I think he told me once or twice a week. Because otherwise we could just be two partners, living in like roommates in the same house. And I love that. That's a great idea. Now, some of you say, you're talking about twice a week or once a week. We have no time. We have kids. We don't have kids. We're crazy with our job. So, okay, what are your preferences in life? Relationship that can get you to beautiful places, or not? Or you're saying, yes, relationship, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All good. So you don't have now an hour? Have 5 minutes, but those 5 minutes that you're together, by the way, try to have more. But if you can't, be there with them, beginning of the day, end of the day, once a week, whatever. But create time in your schedule that it's relationship time. No phone, no nothing. Just be there 100% with them. And you'll see it's a great way to learn about each other, to have some great experiences together, to have fun, and yes, to create a relationship that could bring you much happiness and joy. And until those times that you meet once a week, twice a week, that you have that relationship time, invest in yourself and find joy within you in order to find the beauty and the strength that you have. That way, when you will come to that relationship time, to that time that you put specific, to be with your partner, you won't come like half dead. And by the way, sometimes you will, because you just with no energy, and that's fine, it's part of life. But many or most of the times you'll come with energy because you found already the joy within you, and you bring that into the relationship, and you create something that is much stronger, both of you together. And when you do that, so you would light more path on you, on your relationship, and on the people surrounding you.